Are Georgia buyers finally getting some relief from the strong seller's market? Well, the good news is that bidding wars are decreasing, and the bad news is that more homes are selling for above asking price. What? Hi, I'm Sarah Maslowski with KeyPoint Homes Group, and we are a real estate team that help people from far and wide relocate right here to Georgia. So let's try to make some sense of this spastic market that we are in right now, and specifically here in the metro Atlanta area of Georgia. So the good news is that bidding wars are on the decline. About 56% of Atlanta homes drew multiple offers last month, according to Redfin, and that was a decline from 66% in March and 71% just a year ago. So Atlanta had the third lowest percentage of bidding wars among the 36 metro areas analyzed by Redfin across the United States. Great news, right? We are facing less competition on homes. And we have seen that in this market and in the Atlanta area as well. So last year, and heck, even at the beginning of this year, you saw homes being listed with multiple offers within hours or the first day. And so what that looked like is that my team and I would call the listing agent whenever we had a buyer that wanted to make an offer on the home, to speak with the listing agent to get kind of like the inside information. What is a seller looking for when it comes to possession and terms, and how can we make the most attractive offer to this seller, and finding out how much competition there is. So it was not all that unusual to find out that we were competing against 15 and 20 offers. That is a lot. And today we are finding that the numbers are dwindling. So yes, there's still multiple offer situations, and depending upon the area, so think like Alpharetta and Johns Creek and Swanee, you're still gonna see 15 to 20 offers on homes. That's still the case. But we are seeing some relief with our very own eyes. We're seeing multiple offers only be about 6 or 7 offers that we have to beat out versus 20. Good news, right? So let's talk about that bad news. Despite the decrease in multiple offer situations and despite the decrease in that competition, you could venture to say, among all the homes sold in the metro Atlanta area last month, 56% went off the market, so they sold for prices above asking, according to a May 12th report from real estate company Ojo Labs. When we look at the March data, 52% of homes went for above asking price. And looking back a year ago, only 47% went for a premium. So this translates to buyers paying on average a little more than $8,000 above asking price in April, compared to about $5,400 in March and just $238 in April 2021. Really want to dig deeper into that data. Keep in mind, these are just averages. And from our personal experience in the areas where most of our buyers are looking, that buyers are typically paying a lot more over asking to get a home under contract. So here we got fewer multiple offer situations, but what is causing home buyers to still pay over asking? Let's take a look at mortgage data. So I'm sure that you have seen these headlines. And if you are in the market for a home, you have experienced this. Currently, right now, mortgage rates continue to rise. So on average, because of the rising interest rates and closing costs, the typical monthly mortgage payment in our metro Atlanta area is roughly $600 more than what it was just a year ago. This has caused many would-be buyers to say, heck, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with these increasing prices. I don't want to deal with the increased mortgage. I can't even afford it anymore. I'm going to sit this out. I'm going to go rent. So that has caused decreased competition and hence less bidding wars. When we look at home sales, in April, they were down 21% compared to the same month in 2021, according from data from our own local MLS system. And we got to take this with a little bit of grain of salt, right? Because 2021 saw historic trends in the overall real estate market. Now, despite this, the median home price in Metro Atlanta's kind of 12 county area surpassed $400,000 for the first time, landing at $412,000 for that median sales price for a home. That's a 20% increase over last year. Even though rising interest rates and the continuous increase of home prices climbing higher and higher and higher has caused, some of those buyers to exit the market, there is still intense demand for homes in the Metro Atlanta area. We are currently at about 1 month supply of inventory, where a balanced market, right, is more at 6 months. So we still have a long way to go to get back to a normal market. And yet there are some more good signs that we're seeing. So inventory is increasing. And so that means that there will be more options for buyers, which in turn means fewer bidding wars. Yay! In fact, we know this data, which is collected from all over the metro Atlanta area, it's not indicative of the market everywhere around Atlanta. So our team received a phone call from an agent just this past weekend asking if our client would like the house. They wanted the feedback, and would we be interested in submitting an offer? Now, this may not be shocking to you, but remember at the beginning of the video when I said we were the ones that would call the listing agent to get information on how to put in a competitive offer. This time, the agent is calling us to ask us, do we want to give her an offer? Oh, how the turntables turn.
Well. How the turntables...
But no, all kidding aside, that is a sign that we are getting more back to a normal buyer-seller market, and that the frenzy is starting to calm down a little bit. We're seeing these peaks every now and then that things are starting to get a little bit better when it comes for buyers in this market. So in addition to that great phone call that we got this weekend, we've also had several clients recently that we were able to get them under contract with home to sell contingencies, and even some seller paid closing costs. These things have mostly been unheard of in our real estate market in this area for like the past 2 years. So another great sign is that we are also starting to see home builders offer incentives on homes as well. And some of those things that they're offering are like buying down the interest rate or seller paid closing costs. These are all wonderful signs and great news for buyers. But don't get me wrong, and not to be a Debbie Downer or a sad Sarah, but demand is decreasing, but home prices are not. So even though the demand for some buyers are exiting out of the market, we still have crazy demand for houses, which means that home prices are not going to go down and appreciation is going to slow. We're not going to see 20% year over year increases in home prices, and we're going to get more to a normal appreciation of 5 to 7%. So home values are not going to go down. I'll repeat that again. Home values are not going to go down. Prices are only going to continue going up, according to real estate economists and experts. So what should you do? First, if you are considering a move, you have to reach out to us. You can find our contact information below this video, and you have to watch this video on everything you need to know about moving to Georgia.